Welcome back to another episode on Rabindranath Tagore's short story Guest or Atithi. In today's video, we are going to explore further into the psyche of Tarapada and the philosophy that Tagore had so painstakingly put forward with the help of the character Tarapada. In our previous video, we had seen how Tarapada was not bound by any human ties. He could effortlessly leave his own village and joined a Jatra troupe. When there the master started loving him as his own son, he decided to leave the troupe, and one day he left without a word. The same thing happened when he joined a group of Pachali singers. When the master started to think of Tarapada as his own, the bird flew out of the cage. So he could not be caged by any bond, by any ties, especially ties of love. The writer had rightly pointed when he had said that Tarapada was as restless as a fawn in human ties. So let us explore what happens next. Finally, he joined a troupe of gymnasts. So after leaving the group of Pachali singers, he joined a troupe of gymnasts. From Joishto to Ashar, a fair toured the district. Joishto is the summer month to Ashar. Ashar is the monsoon month in Bengali. This particular fair, a fair which toured different districts of Bengal, he became a part of that. He became especially part of a group of gymnasts. Jatra troops, Pachali singers, bards are poets, dancers and stall holders travelled by boat from one side to another, and whoever wished to put out their stalls or wished to dance or wanted to showcase their talents to the public or entertain the public, they would travel by a boat and would go to different districts in Bengal. For the second year running, this round of entertainment included a small gymnastics troupe from Calcutta. So when the fair was in its second year, when this group was touring for the second year, Tarapada joined a group of small gymnastics. They were a group from Calcutta. At first, Tarapada joined the stall holders, sold pan at the fair. So first he worked as a stall holder. He sold pans in the fair. But then his natural curiosity drew him to the wonderful skills of the gymnasts and he joined their troupe. But while being a stall holder, he witnessed the excellent tricks that the gymnasts could perform, and since he was naturally curious, he joined this particular group. He had taught himself to play the flute very well. During the gymnastic display, he had to play Lucknow Thumris at top speed on the flute. This was his only task. So he had joined the gymnast group. He had to play Lucknow Thumris at top speed on the flute. This was his only task. So his only task was that he had to play classical music. Thumris is a form of Hindustani classical music, and he had to play that while the show of gymnasts went on. That was his only task. It was from this troupe that he had most recently absconded. So from this group of gymnasts, he had run away most recently. Absconded means ran away. He had heard that the zamindars at Nandigram had founded on a lavish scale, that is on a grand scale, an amateur Jatra group. So this was not a well-established Jatra group, but in Nandigram, the zamindars, he heard that they had established a wonderful Jatra group. So he had tied up his bundle and headed for the place. So he was ready to shift there. He had gathered his belongings in a small bundle and he wanted to join this particular Jatra group in Nandigram. Meeting Motilal Babu on the way. And he met Motilal Babu on the way. If you remember, the story began with Tarapada introducing himself and requesting Motilal Babu to drop him at Nandigram. Despite these connections with various groups, his nature had not been corrupted by any. He was deep down entirely detached and free. This particular line is very important. Despite mingling with several kinds of people, he was able to hold on to his own individuality. He was not attached to anything or anyone. He remained detached. He was a keen learner. He learned the skills and moved from one group to another and kept moving forward. That was his nature. The foul language he had heard foul language. It was not that he did not encounter unpleasant things in the world. He did. He heard foul language. The dreadful sights he had seen, dreadful is awful, frightening sights he had seen, had not fixed themselves in his mind, but he was unaffected by that. He did not wish to follow in the footsteps of the people who did the sinful things. He did not feel to engage in foul language himself. He could remain detached. He observed but remained detached. They passed him by. It came and passed him without creating any impression upon his young mind. He remained unbound by any kind of habit or custom. He did not pick up any evil or bad habit because he was in different surroundings, but he did not take up any habit that would harm him or others. So he continued to hold on to his individuality, to his self, to his free spirit. He swam in the murky waters of the world with pure white wings. Now this imagery is very, very significant. He swam through the muddy waters of the world. The world was not only filled with good, but it had darkness in it. He moved through that darkness. He moved through those murky waters with pure white wings. He was as if a swan whose wings were white. Like a swan. However, many times his curiosity made him dive in. He was curious, he went to several places, he learned several things, but he was not tainted by darkness. He was not tainted by malice. His wings could not be soaked or soiled. He did not carry the dirt with him. He learned, he left it easily, and he moved forward. He did not gather the darkness and the evil that he witnessed. He could move past those temptations, those evil practices, those awful sights and language. It did not affect him at all. There was a pure and natural innocence in this runaway boy's expression, so much so that the worldly wise Motilal Babu invited him in without doubt or question and with great tenderness. So he had such natural innocence. Despite being in several surroundings, he was able to hold on to his natural innocence. So much so that even a person like Motilal Babu, who is worldly wise and cautious by nature, took him in the boat without a question or doubt. And he did it with a great tenderness, with great affection. What would happen next? We will find that out in the next episode of our series, The Guest or Atithi by Rabindranath Tagore. Meanwhile, if you like my work, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting insights and in-depth study of literature. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you all again in the next video.